Let's take a quick look at some of the features and capabilities of LaserPost, the easiest way to create awesome light burn projects directly from Fusion 360. Here I have a control panel. It's for a dual head CNC machine that we're going to engrave and cut using dual color acrylic sheet. I've already installed LaserPost and I've set up some operations in Fusion 360 to do this. Let's take a look at those operations. I'll turn off the model so it's easier to see each operation. The first one is going to do all of my interior cutouts. The second operation will engrave my text, and the final operation will cut the full outline. So let's go ahead and create our light burn project. To do this, we simply start our post processor and say post. That's it. We now have a light burn project ready to go. All we need to do is open this project in Lightburn. All of our settings are pre-configured from our Fusion 360 model, making it much easier than importing a DXF, setting up our layers, assigning shapes to layers, etc. Instead, it's ready to burn right out of the box. Notice our three operations are now 2 layers, with one layer for engraving our labels and the other layer for our cut operations. LaserPost detected that the same settings were used for both cutting operations and automatically merged them for us. Our shapes are also grouped intelligently. Even though those 2 cutting operations share a single layer, their shapes remain grouped by operation. For example, when I click on the outline edge, I get the full outline shape defined by that operation. And when I select a cutout shape, we see that all shapes in that operation are grouped together. I can ungroup these shapes, and now we can take a closer look at the actual shapes created. Notice that these are complex light burn paths with Bezier curves and are fully closed. Our engraved text is also ready to go, with our layer pre-configured, including its offset fill mode. Even the interior of our letters are handled correctly. You may have noticed that the dividers here were not included in our light burn project. Let's add them now with a new operation. We start by creating a new 2D profile cutting operation. Since we are going to etch this, we select our etch cutting mode and choose our preset from our tool library so that we use our predefined etching power and speed. With the geometry tab selected, we click each of our dividers to select them for engraving. Next, we head over to the Post Properties tab and configure our light burn settings. Often the defaults are all we need, but for this operation, we would like to fill in the dividers using the light burn offset fill mode. I also like to change the name of the operation, as that will also adjust the layer name in Lightburn. And I'll change the order of the operations, moving this divider etch up a bit because I'd like to make sure that the outline cut is done last so that the plastic remains fully supported during all engraving. Okay, with that done, we simply run the post again. Switching back to Lightburn, we open our updated project file. We can see that the dividers are now there and are using the same layer as our labels, since they use the same settings. And as before, because the dividers are in a different operation than the labels, they are grouped as a separate group. Perhaps what's most important here is what you don't see. I didn't need to do any setup work on my other layers, as all configuration is done in Fusion 360. This makes the round-trip process of editing and lasering much faster, and perhaps more importantly, consistent and reliable. There are no manual steps to configure Lightburn after each modification of our solid model or CAM setup. Just perfect Lightburn projects every time.